Hey guys, Crowangel Gaming here. Just going to bring you a quick channel announcement to basically update you on things that will be changing within the channel. Basically the purpose of this is to give you an update of things that will be changing, but also things that I plan on hopefully improving. There will be some major changes coming to the channel starting today basically. Today being Tuesday, so normally when I upload my videos it's usually on a Tuesday and a Friday. I'm going to be changing this mostly because of the fact that I've got that much backlog of videos from Fallout right the way through to Ghost Recon that if I keep creating videos and not uploading them because I'm that backlogged with stuff, just uploading over 2 days, my hard drive's going to be full and I'll have nowhere else to store any fresh content when I actually need to. So I'm now changing it to a Tuesday, a Thursday and a Saturday. This will mean that the mod reviews that I normally do on a Friday will now be coming out on a Saturday instead. Hopefully for some people this might mean it's a little bit easier if you work or anything like that, then hopefully having the videos out on a Saturday might give you better time to watch them without necessarily feeling like you have to rush them or anything like that. Either way, like I said, I'll be moving the Skyrim mods review and the Fallout mods review to a Saturday. The Tuesday and the Thursday will be reserved for uploading of the content that I would normally just do on a Tuesday. Saturday again we'll have, as well as the mod review, you'll also get the usual fresh uploads of Fallout modded gameplay, Agents of Mayhem when that comes out in the middle of this month, as well as Ghost Recon, Dragon Age, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, that's that bit out of the way. If anyone has any questions or anything on that, just drop us a line in the comment section. The next big thing, which I hinted at before, is the upcoming Agents of Mayhem content. When this game comes out, I will be pretty much uploading from day one. I'll be doing a solid week's worth of uploads for it, and then as the time goes on after that, I'll be just adding it to the Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday uploads. What I will ask with this, if you are a Saints Row fan, please check it out. If you're not, then check it out anyway. My channel does need the support over some of the other ones that are actually out there, and I do appreciate everything that everyone's actually done, the kind of words you've actually said, so please keep up the support, and I promise to keep producing videos, and hopefully as you'll notice in the upcoming videos, the video quality is probably going to get a little bit better, because I've actually found when I first start a computer game, I'm pretty much like most people, learning how to play it well and deciding what to record, what's worth recording, whilst also just basically enjoying the computer game for the first time I've ever played something. So you pretty much just go mental and you doing this, that and everything else, exploring the world if it's like an open world computer game, and before you actually know it, you've got loads of footage you need to sift through just to try and pick some bits and pieces out. The main example of this is with the Ghost Recon that is currently on the screen as well. When I first started this off, I wasn't really sure what I was going to record and what I wasn't. From the current videos that I've actually just been doing, from, I'd say, the first underboss, which will be coming up this week on the schedule, that you'll notice that the videos get more mission centric and it's a lot more action orientated. So instead of wading through the wilderness and everything else trying to actually get to the destinations, you'll find that the missions are a lot more action packed and fun basically. Regarding Agents of Mayhem again as well, I'll be doing the same thing with that. The first week I'll just upload a couple of videos trying out a couple of new characters, and from there on I'll break into the storyline and explore the game a little bit more. I won't necessarily cover everything because obviously like nobody wants to see an endless video series where you're just going on and on and on. Right, moving on to Fallout 4 modded gameplay. Today I am uploading the last part of just the random modded gameplay stuff. From the next video after this one, it will be story based content. I finally decided a bit ago when I was actually recording that one that it was time to just basically chuck myself into the story again. 'Cause a reason I didn't rush into it straight away is I'd only just finished playing it on the other character I had, and then I started a modded gameplay playthrough of it, and I just seemed to be bored of the same story over and over again. So I finally gone back to this story. I've actually now over the last week or so, I've completely gone through the entire story, including the Institute destruction. Spoiler, sorry, if you haven't actually played that. And that is where I'm currently up to on the recording schedule for that at the moment. I will then be going on to doing Far Harbor, Nuka World, and all the other downloadable content, much like I'll be doing with the other games as well, like Ghost Recon and everything else. I will be doing all the extra content, and I'll be focusing, like I said, mostly on just the death mission side of things, just to make sure that I'm not recording like needless stuff. So the Fallout mod reviews, as I mentioned before, will be moving to Saturday. Skyrim's mod review also moved to Saturday as well. I'll still be doing that as normal, and as someone mentioned in the comments the other day, how can you call it like a mod review? You just reading out what the mods are. I'll say it again. Basically, the purpose of my mod review is to save people, hopefully, the needless time of going through hundreds of mods and just pointing out what the immediate stuff is out there at the moment. There is a lot of mods, and not everybody wants to go through all the categories like armor, clothing, cheats, and etc. etc. So by doing the mod review, I'm hopefully trying to cut down on some of your search time, give you a heads up as to what's new out there at the moment if you haven't had a chance or you can't get to your PlayStation, Xbox, whatever at the time. Guaranteed Xbox is pretty much null and void on that, but essentially the PlayStation, if you're I know I've had a lot of good feedback on that. I've had two people recently basically say the exact same thing, which I just mentioned about how can you call it like a mod review. If you don't like it, I'm not asking you to, I'm not begging you to watch the video channel. I'm still just going to keep doing things how I do them, because the positive outweighs the negative on them. So moving on, Skyrim gameplay will be returning very, very soon. The Creation Club comes out this summer, and I've still no idea of the exact date. I've had a look around a few different sources over Google and everything else, and I can't seem to find a positive date on it. So what I'm going to say is the Skyrim gameplay will return when Creation Club comes back. I'm not going to go mental because I have two kids as well as like a family, so I can't afford massive amount of mods are out there, but I will be focusing on some of the ones which are worthwhile, probably graphics overhauls, unique followers. As everyone knows, I've always had the desire to have the Sophia mod if that becomes available, because I just think she's absolutely drunk and chaos and fun. I also know the person who voice acted her, and I've been back and forth in communication, and she was absolutely annoyed as hell that at the Bethesda Sony bike issue that prevented the Sony generation from actually having her as a character as well. Okay, movie news. For those who didn't actually catch it or have no idea what I'll actually be on about, my channel, basically Crowangel Gaming, with the use of the GTA 5 engine, we actually made a little mini feature a long time ago called The Bride of Jason. It's basically like a Friday the 13th type of story, only for copyright reasons we actually changed it to Freaky Friday the 13th. And it's we put a lot of hard work into it, and it's still out on via channel. If anyone ever wants to actually check it out, go into the Crowangel Gaming Productions playlist, or it usually pops up sometimes at the bottom of the videos around about the 1 minute 30 markers, like recommended. I'm currently trying to get that changed over to The Origin of Evil, which I'll come to in a sec. For those who have seen it and watched it all the way through, thank you very much. I know it's not the easiest of films to watch, but I was kind of learning on that one what I wanted the story to actually be. And by the time I'd finally realised that I wasn't just making a spoof trailer, I had way too much footage, and I kind of ended up making from a extended trailer into a fledged out 45-minute film. But it was fun to do, hard work, and it took a lot of time and patience from myself, my wife, my online friends as well. The first one wasn't actually voice acted, but then we come along to the prequel, which I actually did to The Bride of Jason, and this one is called The Origin of Evil. This one we put a lot of work into. Voice acting, unfortunately, most of my friends live at opposite ends of the country, one of them over in Canada, in Newfoundland. So obviously they couldn't lend the voices, and it wouldn't have made sense to record their audio whilst they were doing the scenes, because a lot of the time the scenes were pieced together out of multiple different angles and stuff like that, so it wouldn't have worked. So unfortunately I've had to do all the voice acting, and for anyone who's played GTA or has ever tried to do voice acting over stuff, especially using the SHAREfactory option, which will only let you record 10 pieces of audio at a time. So the scenes that I'd recorded and broke down, a lot of the time I had to constantly switch the voice back and forth, just trying to do a normal voice kind of thing like I'm doing now for one of the characters, and then going into an Irish accent, which unfortunately didn't always work. So yeah, it took a lot of work. There was a lot of inside stuff which, if you have played GTA, you'll understand better, but it's not essential. Please, if you haven't seen the film already, just have a look on my channel for The Origin of Evil, well, Freaky Friday the 13th, The Origin of Evil. We put a lot of work into it, a lot of time and effort, and I just want to get it shared out there. Much like any of my videos, if you have friends or people that you think might be interested in it, please share the video out there, and I would be grateful of any and all exposure to the film and my other stuff can actually get. Right, moving on. Well, the one thing I will add to that on the movie news, in terms of future projects, we are currently in the prepping stage for the final parts of the planned, I do quotation with my fingers though, but it's a planned trilogy. Brad Jason was the middle part, so if you're a Star Wars fan, we kind of done it in that order. We did Bride of Jason, which would have been the A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4, and then we've gone back and done the Episode 1, which would be the Origin of Evil, the prequel, and now the plan is to go through and do the final part of the trilogy. The story that we have got so far is so epic, and leads to a cliffhanger point that we actually decided as a team to basically split this movie into two. So those who've seen the Harry Potter final film and the Twilight final film, and Hunger Games I suppose as well, the final chapter was such a big deal and had so much stuff in it, that the film has been actually split into two things. Well, you can, for those who haven't seen the Bride of Jason, the footage is now on screen, and that will be followed by a brief glimpse from the Origin of Evil as well. Like I said, the proper full version plays out more like a film, not a teaser trailer. Anyway, yep, so moving on from movie news on to GTA Online. I'll be carrying on with that as normal. I'll be doing some, what we basically do, myself, Ash, Lex, and anybody else who's on, like usually Ian, and Dash Misses as well. it's pretty hard to get us all on a single night, so that's why the footage tends to like alternate between us. And basically it just means that whenever we do all get on at the same time, we usually do something pretty big, but at the moment, through work commitments and family and everything else, it's pretty hard to have us all on at the exact same time. But basically our average night would consist of doing a lot of the import-export car deliveries and pickups and things like that, as well as then going on and doing some of the gun running stuff as well. We found that if we do a resupply on the gun running using the actual purchase option, you more than make your money back on not with real cash. For anyone who doesn't understand GTA, you're basically using your in-game money to purchase stock, and then we found it easier doing that way, because then you could go off, pick up your cars, or do whatever business ventures you want to do, and you'll make the money back that you're paying for the stock every like hour and a half. We went through a whole calculating thing trying to work out how long it takes as well. So if anyone is interested who does like the GTA gun running stuff, it does, to get the 700,000, you have to divide it by the 7,000, because it goes up 7,000 every 6 minutes, does your stock levels, which equals 100 lots of 6 minutes, which is 600 minutes equals 10 hours. So to do a full bunker, it takes 10 hours. That's without any of the increases on. Yeah, a little bit of insider knowledge there for you. So yeah, GTA staying as normal. Well, I'll just upload funny moments and videos whenever I basically have something to actually upload. Okay, moving on to the next one, which is for Ghost Recon. As I mentioned before, the focus is going to be shifting onto the story modes, making it more direct, making it more actually direct episodes. The things will feel like mini episode features as well, where you have a start of a mission, you see pretty much that mission from the outskirts of the area, you see the mission conclude, and then you'll probably see the starting or the hints of the next mission. I've tried to keep the videos a bit shorter as well to make them easier viewing, and hopefully this will make a lot easier for people to digest on a weekly, weekly basis, instead of uploading an hour long video of just random stuff which is hard to go through. I've now shortened them down to about 20 minutes. Doing this will also mean that the missions that basically I am doing are the ones that will, if you've played Ghost Recon, are the one that pop up in VLO. I've pretty much done an example of all the extra side ops. There are a couple of ones which might be unique, which I'll upload now and again. But the majority of stuff now is going to be the main story missions, and hopefully this will mean that you're getting to see the takedowns of the underbosses, then the mid bosses, then the top boss a lot quicker. Just going back quickly, the footage you can see on the screen, by the way, at the moment is from the Origin of Evil. I try not to give too many spoilers away. That's why I chose some of the clips that I've actually uploaded. So yeah. Moving on to Dragon Age, I'll be continuing the journeys with the focus on the Inquisitor path and the followers as well. Basically with Dragon Age, I want to try and get through this one now as quick as I can. I don't want to shortcut or do anything that's going to jeopardize the story. I want to have one complete playthrough because I accidentally deleted my other one. So I'm concentrating on that. I've just completed I think it's the Winter Palace or something like that, basically, where you're going up against the assassin who's after killing the Empress. So yeah, that story's getting to around about the halfway point, and I'm hoping to have that done and all of the DLC soon. Fans of the WWE 2K series, I'm afraid that is on hold at the moment. I won't be doing anything else on it for a while, so I just got to wait and see if anything improves with it. I haven't deleted it from my system, I am keeping it on there, and hopefully it will mean that when I eventually do go back to it, I will still be playing the 2K17 series, unless there is a game out there that, unless they come up with a version that lets me create more characters basically. It doesn't mean that I don't want to play it anymore. It's just after you put so much effort into creating all the characters, the rings, the arenas, the belts, and everything else, and then the next year it comes out with another version, which is basically just a copy and paste of the same game with a couple of tweaks which they could have put in the previous game. I'm going to stick with 2K17 for now, and eventually I will get back to doing some footage on that. But for now, it is on hold. So yeah, but basically that's it for now. I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who's liked, subscribed, commented on the videos. To the other people, please help support the channel by checking out the other videos and the content that's on there. Believe you me, it does help. You don't necessarily have to like everything I actually put out, and I mean that literally. You don't have to like on the buttons or anything like that, but please give it a try is all I'll ever ask. And for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the current with the uploads and another monthly or bi-monthly update pretty soon. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.